Hello guys, this is the CrispyTiger here to talk about movies, video games, anything you need at the moment. If you saw me doing this, that means I have a very, very hard thing to say, but I don't know how to say it. Let's get this out of the way. I wanted to do an unbiased review of Lone Survivor, the new movie that we're here to talk about here today, but I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can just go off of this without actually talking about the subject material inside of it. And when I say subject material, I'm not going to spoil it. Don't worry, there's no spoilers allowed. But if this isn't very, very hard to review, I mean, there's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of stuff inside of it that's worth talking about. But I think I'm going to save that for another time in another video. What I want to really talk about is just the movie Lone Survivor. And if you don't know about Lone Survivor is basically about 4 Navy SEALs who go on Operation Red Wings to take out a Taliban leader. And that's all I can tell you. That's all I'm allowed to tell you. That's all I will allow to be said. That is all the movie is about. There's a lot of stuff that happened in it. Some of it you can even find it's profound, although I don't think the movie meant for it to be profound in the way that I'm finding it as profound. It is profound when you think about this one specific message that actually really got to me. But when we're not talking about that, we have to talk about, just go off on the checklist of what this movie does, and does it do it well. Well, let's talk about the acting. How is the acting in this film? The acting is very good. You have a lot of television actors and then Mark Wahlberg sticking out like a sore thumb. You have Taylor Kitsch, Ben Foster, and Emile Hirsch. And that is how I remember them. I'm sorry, I didn't remember their actual names, which gets me to the next part of this movie. It's writing. The second and third act of this film are very well written. They're very well directed. But the first part of this film is written by a complete fucking cretin who doesn't know how to write this shit. It's filled with cliches and just being contrived as hell. I should remember these characters, but instead all I remember is the actor that plays these characters. And to be fair, the actors that play these characters play them well, and these actors already have this natural charisma to pull it off and to have my basic human empathy and a little bit of my nerd patriotism. I'm not too small to admit it. Besides the writing, of course, we have to get into the directing. Now, the directing of this film is very well done. Very much how the action is shot is pulse-pounding and intense. It makes Afghanistan look beautiful in a lot of its shots, which I really wasn't expecting it to do. And when we're not talking about that, we're also talking about just the way he gets these actors to perform these really great performances. And not to mention the makeup and the sound effects, they did well. The guys who did the sound in this film and the guys who did the makeup for this film both deserve an Oscar nomination for their work in this movie. Every gunshot, every explosive, everything in this film look great. Not to say it's fun exactly. This isn't a fun film. This is a very, very, very hard to watch movie, but it's not hard to watch under the idea that these characters are, say, well-written, three-dimensional human beings. That's the problem with this film. All the dominoes are in place to fall down in this perfectly aligned thing. But the one domino that's sticking out like a sore thumb that messes this all up is that first part with that writing. Whoever wrote that should have been instantaneously knocked off the team. This movie would have done so much better with just the whole first act taking up an hour. Had the whole first act taken up an hour, and we just spent 15 minutes with each character getting to know these characters, then this film would have been so much better. But what we have right now is a really, really, really good movie, but we don't have a great one, and that's the problem. This movie could have been great, and it's not great. It's just really, really good. Which, a really, really good movie is nothing to necessarily complain about. There's nothing wrong with being really, really good. Just wish it was great. And that's what I want to leave you guys with. If you guys want to go see the movie, I absolutely recommend it. You should go see this movie. But if you're kind of squeamish to violence, or if you just aren't interested, don't worry. You don't have to go see this movie. It's probably a good idea. But if you were like me and my dad, and you were interested, it's absolutely worth a watch. And I think you guys will much like it. Well, that's my opinion on Lone Survivor. I think I have to give it a 3 out of... I give it a 4 out of 5. It's really, really good, but it doesn't reach great. It's so close to getting that 5-star. It's so close to being great, but it's not there yet. So, what did you guys think of Lone Survivor? Did you guys think it was good? Did you guys think it was great? Did you guys think it was amazing? Did you guys think it was bad? I don't know what your opinion is, but I'd love to hear it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know. And, like always, this is the Crispy Tiger, and goodbye.